Good morning and welcome to Fast Fact Friday. This is Michelle. I'm the owner of Revolutionary Resume and I want to welcome you all here. We cover job markets, some tips and tricks for your career, whether it be interviewing or on the job. If you would do me a favor before we get started today and give me a like, follow, and a share, it would be much appreciated. So without further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the job market. So next week we will have updates on job numbers since we're nearing the end of the month. So we'll see what happens there. First, let's talk about manufacturing and production. Have seen an uptick at some point and it's been on the decline for a long while. There is some major layoffs coming. WARN Act of Redmond, Oregon. There are 7 different WARN notices. For Hopkins Manufacturing leads that, and GXO Logistics to lay off nearly 200 employees at their Memphis distribution center. So my heart is with these folks. I have a deep background in manufacturing and production recruiting, so I know how hard these men and women work, and I just hate to see that. But just a heads up, keep your resume ready. You never even know. All right. Let's talk about what is next. Unfortunately, more layoffs. So what we are talking about now is layoffs are already surging. There's 10 major companies that are slashing thousands of jobs. And obviously super bad news for all those folks. They did provide WARN Acts. That's how come we know who they are. I will go ahead, and this is one of 2 articles I'm going to post in the comments. So you guys will have the link. And just be aware. Just be aware. Always be ready. Always be networking with your friends to help them out where you can. Forbes, some good news. Forbes had 25 high-paying remote jobs where they say no experience is needed, and they are hiring now. So that is a great news for those of us who would prefer to work from home and really need a new role. So I will be posting that link as well. Send that to all your friends who are looking for a role. Look through it for yourself, maybe. Might be the way to go. All right. What else is going on out there? So my little story of the week. Someone was applying and landed an offer with a 40% pay hike. Well done. That is some awesome news. Well, now what? The person goes to their boss and says, hey, I got this competing offer. I'm going to be turning in my notice. Just giving you a heads up. And the boss begs them just to give them a little time and just to wait. But the person's been in their same role for 3 years, it said in the article, and they've been waiting and they've been outperforming. What would you do? Chime in with anybody you know who's been in a similar situation and what happened, or what you would do with this choice. You really love what you're doing, you love the team you're working for, but 40% is some major bucks. That's life-changing for most of us. What would you do? I don't know what I'd do in that situation. I'd definitely be tempted with that 40% raise. But that is really the biggest gist of what is going on in the job market. Again, I'll post those 2 links. The one with the WARN notices and the one with all the 25 roles that you don't need, that are hiring, 25 companies, I'm sorry, that are hiring right now. So if you have any questions or things you'd like me to cover, please don't hesitate to pop in the comments, shoot me a message, what have you. And until then, take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.